Hi, I'm Paul. Does anybody else ever just have that like randomly come to their mind? No, probably not. I don't know. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful, fantastic, and very healthy day. This is the first time that I am filming during everything that has been going on, and I just want to say I hope you guys are doing very well, unlike my light bulb that won't stop flickering. This channel is definitely not going to be a channel where there's going to be a lot of discussion about what is currently going on. I am in no way qualified to do anything, actually, but I'm definitely not qualified to give you any like healthcare advice. All I can say is please just listen to the advice of healthcare professionals. Keep up with what is going on locally and globally, and just make sure you're following the advice of people out there that know what they're talking about. This channel is merely here to serve as like an escape or a distraction. As you know, on this channel we're not super professional, and you're probably not here to learn things. You're probably not here to get great makeup advice. It is definitely in no way, literally no way, shape, or form an educational channel. We're just here to have some fun and hopefully take your mind off things for a little while. So today what we're going to be doing is the daggone worst game show on YouTube, and you guys know what that means. It is time for the Ipsy Showdown for the month of March. So I typically would say in front of me I have 3 Ipsy bags, but right now I have 4. And before you guys say, oh, she's finally lost it and gone and ordered a 4th bag, no, I think one of these is like a bonus item, because if I'm not mistaken, this is Ipsy's like 100th bag, and you're supposed to get a bonus item with each of your bags. And for me, a less sane person, that means I get 3 bonus items because I have 3 bags. We will go ahead and dig into these 3 bags here. So the Ipsy Showdown, for those of you who do not know, is where I order 3 different Ipsy bags with 3 very different profiles, and then we open them up together. I try them all on my face. That is why it is bearing out there right now, much to my dismay. Oh, I have not showered today. Wow. Wowzers. And then I try to guess which bag matches which of the profiles I have set up. I have a skincare profile, a regular profile, and also an adventurous profile. So let's go ahead and get on into bag number 1. Oh, that's what you get, light for blinking. Ooh. Oh, okay. I thought it said the coffee shrub at first, and I was like, I don't think coffee grows on shrubs. It does not. I think it grows on trees. This is the coffee scrub. I do like this packaging. It comes in like a little brown envelope here with some cool lettering on the front. It says sexy skin is just a scrub away. This has antioxidants, minerals, and essential oils. I really want to smell this. I love coffee dearly and desperately, so I'm very excited about this. Oh, well, I needed a vacuum anyway. Let's be real. I haven't vacuumed in a long time. I really needed a vacuum. Ooh, that smells so good. The only problem with this is I want to put it in one of my little like Keurig pods and make it as a coffee drink. All right, so the very first item in there is a skincare item, so that might give us a clue. The bags for the month look like this. They're like little studies on the front, and they have a zipper. I have coffee all over my hands. Not complaining. Ooh, just by the first little peek in here, I definitely think I might have an idea about which bag this is. Let me go ahead and grab out one of the myriad of squeezy tubes. The very first thing we have in here is the Generation Clay Ultraviolet Brightening Purple Clay Mask. It is also just starting to rain because I live in a swampland. I'm fairly certain I have received this before, and I do believe the mask itself is purple, which makes it more fun. On to our next tube of squeeze. We have a little thing here from, oh, this is from Tarte. This is the Quench Hydrating Base Primer. Is there anything in there? All right, we'll give this a test today when I try on all of the makeup items. The next thing we have in here is surprise, another squeezy tube. This is from Hey Honey. This is the Relax Propolis and Honey Soothing Moisturizer. It's supposed to calm redness and upset skin, you know, in case you've made it angry somehow. I definitely have redness on this side of my face. Like, this cheek is just perpetually red. No matter what I do, it doesn't matter. It is always red. So I can give this a try. And then the last thing I have in here is from Lottie London. This is the Shimmer Squad The Good Girl highlighter. All right, so it's just a little pan like this, which is nice if you have like maybe a magnetic palette that you want to put it into. That's a really pretty shade though, just kind of like a pale pink, nice and creamy and smooth, so that's nice. Alrighty, so everything that came in there seemed to be pretty skincare oriented to me. I also didn't get like a bonus 6th item, so I'm gonna assume maybe this extra little baggie here is the is the 6th item. So let's just go ahead and get on into it and see what it is. Ooh, that That is a very, very nice 6 items. So the next thing we have in here is from 111 Skin. This is the Vitamin C Brightening Booster, and this just must be the month for 111 Skin because there has been like at least one of these products in every box that I've done. This is an incredibly expensive brand. I'm assuming because this is a serum, it's gonna be super, super pricey. This little guy right here, which is also from the same brand, was $135, which is nuts, but really expensive. So I'm gonna assume that this little guy is also probably pretty expensive. I like that it comes in a dark bottle like this because vitamin C can actually lose its potency if it's exposed to bright light. So that is super nice as like a little bonus item. I'm gonna assume it's supposed to be with this bag just because it didn't come with an extra item. So another skincare thingy-mabob, which definitely leads me to believe that bag number 1 is the skincare bag. Yeah, oopsie daisy. I think I might have thrown this a little prematurely. Apparently there's supposed to be a concealer brush inside the bag that I just chucked across the room. So maybe it did actually come with a bonus 6 item. Let me go find that real fast. Is that it? No. Okay, so here's the issue. This was supposed to come with a concealer brush in it, and it's missing, but I don't know if that's because it's truly missing or because I like yeeted this across the room and then it fell out and my room's too messy to find it. I don't know. But still, I definitely think that first bag was the skincare bag. So let's move along to bag number 2 here. It's very thick. Oh, okay. So the very first thing we are getting in this bag is from Luxie. I personally really like Luxie brushes. This is like a really fun, fluffy, like little highlight or powder brush. It's got a few little scraggly hairs, but let's be honest, who doesn't? Oh, and there's something else at the bottom. The next thing we have here is a little Blackhead O2 bubble pore pack. So I'm guessing this is one of those like little masks that you put on your face and it foams up. Those are super fun. Like in theory, they look really cool. Your face gets all foamy and stuff, but if you're super ticklish like I am, they're not as fun. So I started with 2 items outside of the bag. So I'm assuming there's going to be 4 items inside of the bag. The first being, I feel like I've just received something from this brand. This is from Polar Night Relaxing Cream with Brogial Algae. Oh. So just a little tube of cream. I'm assuming it's for the face. Yes, it is. The next item in here, oh looky there, looky daisy. We have our first repeat item. This is another Tarte Quench little primer guy. And then moving along, we have 2 things in bubble wrap, which I'm very excited about, the bubble wrap and the items themselves. Ooh, this is a bronzer from Ofra. This is in the shade Americano, which happens to be my favorite coffee order from my favorite coffee store. I've been inside my house too long. It does look like it might be just a little bit warm for me. As you can see, I'm a little bit on the pale side. I'm basically the exact color of this sweater, just this beige. So this might just be a little bit on the orangey side for me, but you know, you guys know I don't care. I wear way too much bronzer every single day, so I'll try it out anyway. Alright, and the final thing in the second bag is also in Buble wrap. This is from Cheyenne B Miami, and it is also a highlighter. I got mine in the shade Guava Glow, and look how cute. There's 2 little flamingos kissing in the middle. Yeah, this one definitely has a bit more of like a peachy tone to it. I mean, they're fairly similar, but this one's a little bit more on like the warm side. Alright, so that was everything in the second bag. I have to say it like wasn't exactly like the most exciting bag ever. I definitely think it's one of the makeup bags just because we got 2 makeup items in it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's my regular bag because there's nothing at all adventurous about it. But I am glad we got a full-size Ofra item and we also got a brush, so that is nice. Now let's go ahead and move along to the third and final bag here. There's a lot of dirt stuck to this one. Oh, and look at that. Okay, so the very first item we have in here is a repeat of the first item of the last bag. We have another Luxie brush in the exact same, what do you call it when it's a brush? Style? The same one. It's the same brush. And we also have a little guy at the bottom. Okay, so this is the... Okay, so it is another skincare item, which normally I wouldn't be super excited about, but it is the Tatcha water cream, which I have heard like so many people talk about. I even think my real dad, Raw Beauty Christie, has talked about this, so I'm pretty excited about trying this out. Smells expensive. Alright, moving on to the bag itself. Ooh, okay, this is new. The very first thing we have in here, oh, it's a perfume. This is from Kinsey. This is the So Pretty perfume. It has kind of a cute little packaging to it. Alright, let's go ahead and give her a little spritz and a sniff. It's okay. To me, it's definitely a very muted scent. I'm just kind of picking up on like vanilla and alcohol just a little bit. That's about it. I already feel like it's already kind of dissipated, but perfume reads like so differently on every single skin type. Okay, I gotta say, not exactly my favorite though. I really almost can't even smell it on my wrist anymore. Okay, we got a lot of bubble wrap guys in here, so that makes me excited. Well, was excited. But look at that. We have another Cheyenne B Miami Glow highlighter in the shade Guava Glow. So that is the second repeat between the two last bags. Let's see what else is in here. No more repeats, please. Okay, it's not a repeat. So that's good. That's good. We're on the right path with that. However, it is from Wander Beauty. Say it with me, folks. Well, who's our favorite brand to see in the subscription boxes? Wander Beauty. I'm gonna use these clippers to open it because I just don't even feel like reaching for something sharper. Is this also a highlight? What is this? What am I looking at here? Oh, okay. So apparently this is a bronzer. It is very, very orangey on my skin tone. It's also quite shiny. For me personally, this would make a better like eyeshadow just because it's very shiny and it's very orange. Yeah, I don't know about that, folks. And then finally, the very last item in here is from Pacifica. I've received some stuff from Pacifica that I liked before. This is the Wild Hemp Infused Eyeshadow, which is 100% vegan and cruelty free. Their packaging on this is pretty super cute. I like the little kitties on the front. The front of the little palette is pretty cute here. It has the kitties that I liked and the okay. And then the inside has some pretty colors to it. There's also a sponge tip applicator, which it fell down there. These are pretty colors. They're pretty neutral, probably pretty easy to wear. There's some shimmers. It looks like we have two mattes in here. Okay, so that was everything for the third bag. I don't know, you guys. I guess it's my adventurous bag because that bronzer was just so orange. I really just don't know, to be honest. The second bag and the third bag were so incredibly similar. Like, who could tell the difference? I feel like the skincare bag pretty much always stand out as a skincare bag because like that's what I tell it to be. But the other two bags, it doesn't really seem like they're taking my profile like into consideration that much. But anyway, let me go ahead and say which bags I think are which. The first bag I definitely think is my skincare bag, but it actually is. The second bag I think is my regular bag, but it actually is. And then the third bag I think is my adventurous bag, but it actually is. Alright you guys, so let me know what you guessed down below in the comments. Did you get any of them right? Do you think they could have done a better job matching my profile to my bag? Let me know what you think. Alrighty you guys, so I don't really have too much to try on today. I've done some bronzers. We got some bronzers, some highlighters. You would think being stuck at home for 2 weeks I could have cleaned off my desk, but no. Alright, make a hole. Make a hole. Oh look. The top of a lipstick. Let's get started with this Tarte Quench Primer. Hate to tell you guys this, I'm really not a primer person. I typically just put on some form of moisturizer and call it a day. I feel like my Estee Lauder Double Wear would stay on my face even if I primed with, I don't know, castor oil. That stuff just like, it stays real good. This Quench Primer does feel pretty moisturizing, so that is nice. Part of me also just wants to go ahead and try this Tatcha doohickey here also. I probably should have put it on before the primer, but it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. Oh, ooh, that feels lovely. It feels like water. It definitely melts down super, super fast. It really does feel like I'm almost just rubbing pure water on my face, but it feels nice and hydrating. Ooh, I like that. Alright, so I have all of my creams and my potions on. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face and then I'll be right back to shop the rest of the makeup. Alright guys, so I have the base of my makeup done. My eyebrows are very much slapped on there. I'm gonna try, I guess, this bronzer. They both look way too warm for me, but you know, we'll give them a try. Oh yeah, that's real red. Both of these are definitely very warm and they definitely have like kind of a golden glow to them. So I'm gonna go super, super light-handed. I know that you all know that I struggle with that. So we'll see how bad this ends up. Ever so slightly gonna... I can't tell if I'm actually picking up the bronzer or this is just the old bronzer from my unwashed brush. Oh, my nose is golden now. That was definitely too much. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, I'm not making it better. Oh, that nose though. Looks like I'm doing scarecrow makeup for Halloween. But that's okay, I typically put on too much bronzer anyway, so let's go ahead and try out one of these highlights. I might be skipping blush today, there's already too much color on my face. Alright, so on this side over here, is this the one that I've already touched? On this side over here, I'm going to try out the Cheyenne B one. Okay, that's actually kind of pretty. Not like super reflective or anything, but it's not like really icy or glittery either. A light little glow. And then on this side, we'll try out the, I think it's the Lottie something, Lottie London. Ooh, definitely a bit more of a glow from the Lottie London. It's also a little bit more on the icy side. I honestly think for me, I prefer the Cheyenne B side. I feel like it's just a little bit more like a natural looking glow, whereas this one is a bit like more reflective. Maybe just like the tiniest bit of blush. I literally can't stop myself. I have to be a mom from the 80s in my past life. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the eyes. We have this little Pacifica palette to use. I mean, this is a pretty like neutral looking palette, which I like. Clean enough. The first thing I'm gonna grab is like this lighter taupey color here at the end. Fluff that around. I'm sitting very far away from my mirror, so this is probably a mistake because I can't see anything. Alrighty, and I guess we'll just do like a super standard like halo eye maybe. So I'm gonna take this like more rusty shade here. This is gonna go on the inner and outer portions of my lid. Just packing that on with this little random brush I found. Wait, is this the... Hold on. For a second, I thought this was the concealer brush that I threw across the room or didn't come in one of my packages, whichever one, I'm not really sure, but it's not. This Pacifica color is really not wanting to pack on very well, so I'm gonna try my finger. Oh, that is a lot of fallout. Oh boy. It's very much so not wanting to stick in the crease. Like it just keeps disappearing no matter how much I stick on there. Okay, and then in the center, I might go for like this pinky shade. Just kidding, maybe the goldy shade. I'm looking for a bit more sparkle. These looked pretty shiny in the pan, but they're not coming off super shiny on the lid. Really tug at it, get under pretty. That was much more subtle than I was hoping for, but I'm seeming to have a difficult time getting like the pigment I want out of these shades. That is a very subtle. Alright, well I guess we're going with a very blown out subtle halo eye because I keep trying to build this up and nothing I'm doing is really helping. It's also quite powdery. I'm getting a lot of fallout. I feel like to get these any more pigmented, you'd have to start with just like a primed base with no powder on top. I really should stop the camera when I put on mascara because there's literally just like 10 minutes of footage of me just going over and over again. Alright you guys, so here's everything from the bags that I could try on. We have the bronzer, the highlights, the eyeshadow. Everything is fairly subtle. The bronzer might not be that subtle, but everything is pretty subtle. The eyeshadow is a lot less pigmented than I would personally like. There's something on my eyeball. I know that there are people that do like a more sheer eyeshadow look, so this is definitely for them. It's very subtle. I couldn't really get the pigmentation to build up like I wanted, and there was a lot of fallout, but I feel like if it was on like a primer or like a stickier base, I wouldn't have had that many issues with it. Like on this side, I just really couldn't get the eyeshadow to stick pretty much at all, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But overall, I really think that, especially for like the 100th bag for Ipsy, all these bags were a little underwhelming. I don't know if anybody else got that like feeling about them. The most impressive, surprising thing I randomly got was this, and I can't figure out like what bag it was supposed to be in or why. We did get a couple other like full-size items like the Ofra, but I don't know, just personally, I thought this bag, for being the like 100th anniversary bag of Ipsy, was just a little bit on the underwhelming side. But I would like to know what you guys think. Let me know down below in the comments. What did you think of your bags? Did you like all the items in it? Were you impressed by your extra surprise gift? And I kind of feel like what I said about my last Ipsy unboxing still kind of stands, because I feel like there's a lot more skincare than we used to see. But let me know all your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Alright you guys, that is everything I have for you all today. Thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you would not mind. It would mean the absolute world to me. Again, I hope you guys are staying happy, healthy, and safe out there, and I hope you all have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!